Hello my dear students, in this video class we are going to discuss chapter 10 history, Indian fine arts and architecture. My dear students, in the previous video class I have told you all what was the condition of the arts within India and how it influenced and changed with the arrival of the Britishers as well as Mughals. In that class only I have told you that how the form of the literature also developed a lot during the colonial period in our country India. Now we shall discuss the remaining topics of this chapter, music as well as the dance, and last one will be the architecture. Before the arrival of the Britishers in our country India, the music and dance form which was practicing, that was the traditional type. Individuals were using the traditional instruments like the guitar, veena, dholak, sarangi, tabla, etc. And these artists were living under the patronage of the kings. They were giving special grants from the king and they were earning a livelihood. There were many dance forms like the Kathak, Bharatanatyam, Odissi, and many more were practiced in the different parts of our country, India. And as Britishers came, slowly that dance form started to decline because Britishers gave promotion to the Western type of dance forms and music. But then also, in many parts of our country, India, including the South region as well as Northern Plain, this flourished under the patronage of the different local kings and the chieftains. There were many individuals who were well known in the different fields. Some of them were the Tyagaraja, Syam Sastri, Muthuswami, as well as Uday Shankar, etc. Now, architecture. When you have seen any tall building of the ancient time, then maybe possible it is a curiosity in you that this type of tall buildings were constructed during that time when there was not modern machinery or modern technology. When you have seen the Qutub Minar, Red Fort, Taj Mahal, beside that Khandariya Mahadev Temple, Khajuraho Temple, Ajanta and Ellora caves, many more architectures. After seeing this, one thing is clear that our mind glimpses that these are the striking structures and these were possible to build without the help of the technology. So my dear students, before the arrival of the Britishers, the architecture of our country India was well flourished. There were many kings who were giving a lot of money and patronage to the architects who were constructing such type of huge buildings. At that time, tallest building and architectures were also the symbol of the prosperity of that kingdom. It was showing that what was the economic structure of that individual area. That's why many kings, Nawabs, etc. constructed huge buildings as a memorial or as a memory of their power and virtue. But at that time, on the Indian architecture, there was the clear influence of the Mughal architecture. There was the dome-shaped structure as well as minarets and arcs. But later on, when Britishers came to India, they brought the different type of style of the architecture. But there was a problem with the Britishers. They came from the cold places and the climate of our country India was hot and humid. So it was very necessary for them to survive in this condition. And for the surviving purpose, there was the requirement of such type of architectural styles which can flourish properly or which can suit according to their needs. British brought the architectural style like the Gothic, Imperial, Christian and the Victorian styles. These were the different styles which were imported from the different parts of the western world, and on that pattern many constructions took place in our country India. So now we are going to discuss two of the important cities of India which were architected by the Britishers. First one, the city of Madras, now it is known as the Chennai. Britishers set their foot onto the western part of our country India, or southwest we can say, and as they landed over there, it was the requirement for them to make the huge areas for their economic and business interest. For that purpose, they make the Fort St. George. Fort St. George later changed into the Legislative Assembly, and it remained the Legislative Assembly of the Madras or the Chennai for the many years. Besides that, many more important buildings like the Santhanam Church, beside that Santhanam Cathedral, Madras High Court, as well as the railway stations were also constructed by the Britishers, and they also systematically devised this city. Another is the city of the Bombay, now it is known as the Mumbai. City of Bombay flourished a lot under the patronage of the Britishers. Earlier times, Surat was the port city of our country India, but as Britishers arrived, they developed Bombay as the harbors and ports. That's why Surat, or the value of the Surat, started to decline, and the strength as well as growth of the Bombay flourished a lot. A lot of prominent buildings were also constructed during the Bombay, such as the Gateway of India, Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminal, beside that Victoria Memorial, Bombay High Court, Mount Mary Church, etc. Beside that, municipal buildings were also constructed. So these were some immortal and long-lasting architectures which were constructed by the Britishers in India during their tenure, and still many of them are surviving today. Now, around the world, my dear students, you all have heard the name of the Eiffel Tower. Eiffel Tower is the one of the tallest tower of the world. Earlier time, before the construction of the Burj Khalifa of the Dubai, it was regarded as the highest over the world, but now Burj Khalifa is regarded as the highest or the tallest one. Eiffel Tower, or the construction of the Eiffel Tower, ended in the year of 1889. In the 1789, French Revolution took place, and to memorize the incidents of the French Revolution, this Eiffel Tower was constructed after 100 years from the time of the French Revolution, and it was completed in the year of 1889. It is a great attraction for the tourists. Many people around the world visit to this place and they see it. So this is all about this chapter. In the next video class, we shall discuss the next chapter of the history. Till that time, bye bye.